Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles, and here we are back on the Pichonniere Valley. Why will it not let me cut this tree? Okay, there we go. We're back on, I said Pichonniere again, didn't I? Pichonniere Valley. I always mispronounce that. Why is that? Nope, I don't want to close the lid. I'm going to raise that. Try and... Looks like we may have gotten that stump there. Anyway, here we are. We're back on what is this? Episode 7, I think it is. Wow, we're already on 7. And as you can see, this field that we bought, this enormous field that we bought, finally. Well, finally. I mean, here we are, 7 episodes in. Oh, I didn't get all that stump. I'll have to go back and delete that later. You know, we bought this field, and let's see. And I said that I was going to take these trees out, so that is what I am doing right now. You saw me do quite a bit of this in the last episode. So I am going to throw the rest of this into a time lapse, and I'll be back with you when we have all these trees, or we have filled up the trailer and the harvester. Oh, that is... Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in that time lapse. I'm going to try and get this stump if I can, and then I'll be back with you at the end of it. Okay, I have finished with the cultivating. I was talking for a long time after I finished the cultivating, but unfortunately I looked over and realized I forgot to turn my mic back on. So there's some useless footage. So anyway, I finished that. I got rid of all the stumps and all the little pieces. I did miss quite a few when I was going around before, and as I ran into them, which is literally what I did with the cultivator, is ran into them. I got out and one at a time got rid of them as I found them. So after we finished all the cultivating and everything, I went through and I bought the soil information for both of those big fields that we bought in the last episode, and one of them, which we just added that area that the trees were into. Of course, I was waiting until after I'd gotten all those out and cultivated that part in before I got the soil information. Otherwise, I would have to buy it again. So since then, I have realized, okay, I am not going to do like I did with my first fields and forget that it needs lime. And I checked, and boy, does it ever need lime! It is bad in that field. So I have bought a lime spreader. And I am headed up here with this little tractor because I think we have moved into a stage where it's time. We need to say goodbye to our original equipment and replace it with something that's going to be a little bit better for our farming going forward. So it's sad. I was originally thinking that maybe I would just stay with this little tractor. Oh, and it does have the front loader on it, which, well, let's face it, I'm hoping not to ever have to use the front loader again, so maybe that won't be so bad. Oh well, it is what it is. So let's go. Usually I sell things from the, just from the menu or something like that, but since we're here, I'm not going to bother to repair it. Well, yeah, I will. Repair for 38 whole dollars. I'm not going to bother to repaint it because it's 2,286. No, thank you. I'm going to sell it for $37,392. Okay, and now I'm going to go back over here. You can see the lime spreader that I have bought. I have not bought any lime yet. I also, in between the episodes, I also bought a new mower. So at some point, this guy's going to see some action. Right now, I am going to buy a tractor. I'm going to go into the medium here. We're going to break into that category. I'm going to look at this Massey Ferguson here. It's a 7S. And I am going to max out that engine. So we're up to 210 horsepower now with this. I can't remember what our other one that we have is, but maybe we'll have two tractors that can pull bigger things now anyway. Where is that adding anything? Or is it just adding that I can have one? Okay, what is changing here? I noticed something. Huh. Okay, well, right now we'll say no. Front loader attacher, well, I can put it on here. So let's go ahead and put that on there. And we got the front mounting 3-point. And we're spending $178,000 for a major upgrade over what we had. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. Let's see, and now I need to go down and find some let's see, big bags, I guess. Fertilizer, seeds, lime. How much is in one of these? 2,000. Okay, well, that'll give me 16,000 liters. That's 8 of them. We're going to buy that. Let's hope that will sustain us for a little while anyway. Now I did on this spreader, this thing is absolutely insane with how much it will hold. I did not go with the most insane. I only went up 1 notch with it, so it will hold, let's see, what is it, 20,000 liters, I think it is. Well, it fills fairly slow anyway. Yeah, I just didn't have too much confidence that the our other little tractor was going to be able to pull this around on those fields very well. And I do need the other tractor because in this episode, somewhere in this episode, I'm going to go back over and sell that last load of wood chip. Oh, that's all it loaded? Oh, I have to do each bag individually? Ugh. I hate loading from bags like this. Yes. Okay, well, this is going to take a blue moon to do this. So I'll see you back over at the farm. Okay, I have gotten back to the farm. I zoomed out on this and I looked and I was like, oh, it's got the spreading discs there, and I was like, is it going to its full thing? Doesn't it have those other arms that go on these? And I got out and I went back in and checked, and it doesn't have an option for that. So apparently this does 50 meters. I am going to set this off on a worker, since it does 50 meters, and see how they do. They're probably going to do like 1 stripe down the center of this. Where are they going? Oh, right there. Okay. I'll zoom out all the way and you can see how far out it's putting that. It's doing an automatic, application rate, so, it may cut off on some of these places if there is a spot that's good. But of what I had seen, I don't think it's going to hit many of those. Okay, and it's got me down here, so I am going to get out of there, let that worker go on that, because I am going to drive this back up to the animal dealer again, and then this tractor will be free. I can just drive right across my grass field over here. Since I've got that gate open, I don't have the gate at the end of that road open. I probably, if I'm going to keep that road, then I need to open that up too, I guess. Oh, you know, and it would have been good if I had opened that. I would have been able to get out better. Really hard to get out and turn the corner out of this gate. But maybe, just maybe, nope, gonna hit the gate on the way out. I'm gonna get myself wedged in here, aren't I? You know what? Those are just bushes. I can go through those. Why am I sitting here making it hard on myself? Just cheat. So anyway, I'm going to get back up to the animal dealer. We're going to get another enormous amount of money, and that's pretty much going to set us up for life. But you know me, I get money, I spend money. So who knows what we'll do with it. Haven't even really thought that far ahead yet, so I'll see you over there. Okay, oh, took my eye off of it to make sure that my mic was on this time, and I about ran off the road, so... Okay, we're coming up here on the animal dealer again. Of course, left the worker going with that width. I mean, with the width on that spreader, provided that he doesn't run out of lime. Did start with 16,000 liters, so I would think that should be enough to do that field. So more than likely that worker will get done before I can get back with this tractor. Yeah, the last time I went back, I was planning on going back the way I came, and oh, what? Come on. It's just a building. There's collision on that. You know, I intended to go back the way I came, but really what I ended up doing, was taking the very, very long scenic route to get back. Probably the longest path I could have taken. And, yeah. There it is, shooting it from the front to refill the back as that empties. And we're empty. Environmental score penalty. What? Environmental score penalty. Why? Because I cut down trees? Okay. I'm going to smile through it. Okay, sure. Sure. I'm not used to that. Like I say, I do not play with precision farming on normally. I'm only doing it because Daggerwin and Chainsaw 100 are playing with it on. So I actually had to download it. Didn't even have it downloaded. I had to download that mod. Penalty for selling wood chips. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try and wrap my brain around that, or actually try and put it out of my brain. And I'm going to get back over to the farm, and we'll see where the worker is. We can also yeah, this way. We can also put lime on that grass field that we bought. There's also another field that I wanted to kind of check. Let's see. This is not the way I came, but I think this gets me where I'm... Sorry, don't cross the road into my tractor. Yeah, I think this will get me back the way that I came. I don't know. Some of these things look really familiar, and then other parts I'm like, wait, nope, it doesn't look familiar because, you know, there was a curve that I didn't remember taking last time, and eventually I'll get pretty good at navigating this thing, but Might take a while. So I'll see you back over at the farm anyway. Okay, I am not quite back to the yard anyway, but if you remember, I told you that for $0 I was able to buy this area here where we have our pond. I was able to remove the fence there, so yay. I'm going to take out this scraggly little tree here. I do not like these, so I'm going to get rid of that. And of course this I cannot get rid of, so I'm kind of going to work it in. I have plans for this area. I have gotten rid of that little house that was here. Didn't get an enormous amount. I think it was like $25, $35, something like that for it. So negligible amount. So I'm not going to, I didn't get rich on it or anything like that artificially. So I just wanted it really gone. To clear the space, I'm going to put some other things in this area in the future, but don't need them right now, so going to hold off on that, but I do have future plans. And some of it might just involve a oh yeah, looks like our worker is done. Some of it might actually involve a what do you call it? Oh Lord, it's whatever I was going to say. It just slipped my it slipped my mind there for a minute. But we can only put down one of any production thing. So we can only have one greenhouse, and then I guess you can only have one sawmill and one bakery and things like that. So now, well, room is getting tight around here. I'm gonna have to let's see, I'm gonna deposit my trailer right there. Bad place, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go down here by this tree. And I'll drop off that there. Let's go over and see how much lime we have left. Wow, that took a lot. We're left with 3,833 out of 16,000 liters. Wow. Yeah, that's not going to be enough to that's not going to be enough to get that. I really don't want to have to run all the way up to the... Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have to run all the way back up to the store to get that, so I'm going to use this piece of property over here for something. Didn't plan to do it quite this early, but I will. Let me pull the tractor over out of the way. I don't need to be backed off from it so much now that I'm not looking at how far it's spreading or anything. So, okay, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to build construction. I did double click that, right? Yep, there it goes. Just delayed a little bit. This silos, silo extensions, constructibles, containers. Okay. Now, take one of those. Okay, 16,509. So that's only $9 more, so the should be fairly level and shouldn't do too many weird things when you place it down. So you make sure everything is get toable from the ground here. Yes, it is. Now I have used this before in some other maps that I've played. Didn't have it in any of my series, I don't think, but I have used this, and you know, it says that you're supposed to get 60% off the. Let's see, R, lime, start. It says you're supposed to get 60% off. Yeah, maybe we did. I don't know, $4,351 to do that. Sometimes I buy stuff from that, and now I'm gonna have to think about where I place that. I'm gonna have to give myself a way to either some space to turn around, or I'm gonna have to back out on the road every time I use that. Oh well, problems for another day. But yeah, sometimes I get stuff out of that, and I think, really, was that 60% off? It seemed awfully expensive, so I don't know. Probably just because on those other maps I'm buying machinery that has very large capacities, and it's putting so much in, and that's why it's charging me so much. Okay. Getting tight in the yard here too. I might have to think about expanding that somewhere. I mean, if I did, it would be somewhere close by. Anyway. Okay, this has got grass in it. And I currently don't have the equipment to do much with grass. I've got 2 mowers right now. Yeah, I've got 2 mowers right now. Sorry, I'm going to have to edit some of that out because I just had a big sneeze. So I'm going to put this back on a worker and have them lime this field. I didn't check this, but yeah, lime on this field is really bad. Nitrogen's actually pretty good. It says it's perfect, so I'll take that. I guess the spreader technically will spread like fertilizer and stuff like that too, so I don't know. I'll let them go with that. I'll go find where I left my green tractor right there. Oh yeah, yeah. Saw all that red flashing before my eyes there, and that was the field that I forgot to put the lime on. So, let's see. I think, yep. Cultivator, by the time I come back through here, is going to be in the middle of the field, probably. Might have to look at changing out that cultivator now that we've gotten a couple of new tractors with a little bit higher horsepower on them. Anyway, I'm going to go back up to the shop, and I am going to see that we get down to 1 mower instead of the 2. Obviously, I'm going to get rid of this one. I have to say, you know, I was a little bit disappointed when I used this. You know, it's a double sickle bar mower, but from what I could see, you know, when it was unfolded and both blades went down, the blade in the back was overlapped by the one in the front by like half. So you're not really getting a second blade worth of cut out of it. So the one that we have now, much more capability. Like I say, one of the things I really love about those mowers is that the one that I bought is that they will do all kinds of different things. They'll mow normally and leave it laying. If that's the way you want it, they will mulch, and they will also windrow. And that's the biggest thing. I'm like, well, okay, then I can cut some grass or whatever, and and it'll pop it into a windrow for me. So I'm like, hey, win-win. Although I don't like growing a whole lot of just grass. Maybe if I had some animals and had a feed production or something. But I suppose if you have, I suppose if you have a feed production, if you put one of those down to make feed for animals, well, then again, if you put an animal pen down, if you can only have one of any production, I guess animals count as a production, so you can only have one animal pen, I guess. Ooh. So if I'm going to put one down, I need to think hard about which one I want to have. Now, I'm going to grab our mower while I am here. And I'll see you back over at the farm. I'll cut out the trip for you again, because let me tell you, I spend a lot of my time traveling between fields and places and things, and you are very, very lucky that you don't have to watch all of it. So I'll see you over there. One, two, three. Okay, we are coming up on the beginnings of our farm, although, our farm is starting to take up a very, very wide area, and it's about to take up a little bit more. So I am going to get just off the field here. This field is 1.65 acres, and I got on the map. I stopped on the way back. Figured that would do that. I stopped on the way back from the animal dealer the last time. I was really hoping that this field here, 34, was going to be the right size. Because I'm going to plant some poplar at some point. Can't do it today. I don't think it can be planted right now anyway. But this field is 2.71 acres, and they have a rule that you can only have one poplar field, and it can be a maximum of 2 acres. So that one would not work. And I, checked all these things around here. This one is 1.65, so it's just under 2 acres. I checked these down here. That one's 3.36 acres, although I'm not sure the whole field itself is that much. I don't know. And then the one over here says it's 3.14. So unless we're going to get much further away from the farm, then should have just stayed in there. Because this field right here is only $40,000, 40,080. It doesn't have a great yield potential. Says it's mostly sandy loam, a little bit of silty clay, and we are going to buy that. And now that I have bought that, I can run down here, and now that it is mine, I can turn the fence off, and I don't have to remember to turn it back on if I don't want to. Okay, still got an entrance here, I guess. So, okay, now let's get this thing down. Let's see. Where is the work mode? It is in mower, and it's Control Y. So I'll hit Control and Y, and on the menu there you'll be able to see that it changes. I'll go from mower. It is also a bush hog. It's a swathing mower. It's a mulcher. It's a stump grinder. It's a destroyer. I'm not even sure what that means, and I'm not sure I want to find out. And back to the mower again. So we are going to do with swathing mower. So we're going to do that. We're going to turn it on. We're going to lower it down. And we're going to go ahead and get a cut of grass off of this field. Now I currently don't have a baler or anything like that, but I figure that's fine. You know, I've got some time. You know, I can pick this up. Oh, there's a fence still over there. I'm betting I don't. Oh, that's the one that goes up next to the tracks. I thought that would disappear when I got rid of the fence too. Well, that's annoying. I'm gonna have a deal with a fence over there. Well, it's good that I'm planting poplar in this field, because I'll plant it and then I won't have to worry about it. Not much anyway. I mean, poplar is fairly slow growing as it is, so I won't be in the field very much after it gets planted. Oh yeah. You know how much the old tractor would have struggled with that hill on this mower. Take out some of those scraggly bushes while we're going around there. Yeah, and so this thing, if we want to do more mowing contracts at some point, this will be a much better setup to do it with. See, this little field here isn't going to take really any time at all. We could hit a bigger field with this too. Let's see, it is, yeah, we're mowing at 16 miles per hour, so pretty good clip here. So of course I will have to get a tree planter. After I get done mowing this, I'll go back on and look at the crop calendar and see what's coming up that we might be able to think about planting in our one field that we have cultivated, and now we have it limed, so it is ready now for us to actually plant something in it. It's a very big field to do with the small cedar that we have. Even though that cedar will, seed without cultivating. The field was cultivated when I bought it, and I just cultivated in that part that had the trees. Okay, well there we are. Short work of that field. Now let me get in and look at crop calendar. We are in February. Looks like barley could be put in. Corn. I forgot that corn could be put in. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't have a planter. So let's see. Meadowgrass, not interested. Wheat. When is poplar? Poplar begins in March. That's next month. Hey, that'll be perfect. We can clean the grass off this field. I'm not sure if we have to. I don't think we actually have to, technically, cultivate this field in order to use the tree planter to put the poplar in. But it'll be a better look if we do, so we'll have to do that. Let's see, where... Oh, never mind. That was cotton. I was saying corn. I was looking at the wrong... my eyes shifted over and it went up one, so that's actually cotton that is ready. Corn will be not until April. So we've got some time left if we want to plant that. Barley, we can do that. That one will make some. Let's see. Yeah, that'll make some straw for us, and that would let me get a production going. So, let's see. Oat. Now, oat grows pretty fast, and we can plant that next month. Obviously, I don't think I want to plant anything this month anyway. This episode is already, even with all the parts cut out of it, it's getting pretty long. So I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna say I'll get this. I'll get this mower back over here to the field, or to the yard. Where to put it? I'm going to stick it right here. Maybe it'll stop the cultivator from turning around even more. Yeah, I may have to. I think we're going to start getting crowded, especially as I'm getting bigger machinery and everything. And we're only in growth 2 of 8 here on our spelt. So it's going to be slow growing. I think, though, that when we harvest our spelt out of here, I'm going to have to turn this entire field into part of the yard, put some sheds in it and everything. I think I pretty much knew that going in, and that way we'll have access. I'll make an access through here to get to this field over here, which is now the pH value is good. Really, just good? Why isn't it great? It was okay there. I just spread lime on here and it was okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I think our worker down here either should be done or they're sitting up against a tree. Yep, says pH value good, perfect, good. Yeah. So there we are. I think he has finished. So quite a bit more left in there than it was with the other field. So anyway, I can have an access to the field down here that I can get out and go back up the road. But anyway, I think that is where I am going to leave it today, and I'll wind it over to the next day, and we'll pick up some hay, we'll cut some more grass, or pick up some grass maybe. I do have a that auto-load trailer that I'm using for the greenhouse. I could use that for picking up bales too, to get them off the field anyway. Don't know where I'll put them, but I can do that and get them off the field. And then it always fools me. I always think my farm is sooner than it actually is. Yeah, we'll get the grass off the field. We'll plant some poplar. No, let's see. Yep, it was. Now I can't. I just looked at it and I can't remember if poplar. No, it was corn that was in March. So I think poplar we can plant. We'll also plant something, probably oat, I think, in this field. I need something that will give me straw, and that gives you a little bit of a hint of the kind of production that I'm thinking of putting in. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please go down below and hit the like button. And by all means, leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell if you want to be notified when I make new videos. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.